Morning, everybody. Welcome to another Daily Market Report brought to you by Mike Bjork. Today is Monday, April 3rd, starting the new month and new quarter here. Let's kind of jump into it. We just got a couple economic news releases to go over, and we'll start off with the market manufacturing PMI. This is one of two indexes. We'll go over manufacturing today for the month of March. So the previous reporting we had was at 53.4, and it had a slight dip to 53.3. On this index and the next one, anything above 50 is considered expansion. So it's still expanding, but we had a slight pullback in the month of March here than originally thought here. And then the next one will be, of course, be ISM manufacturing for the month of March. So we had previous reporting said 57.7%. Forecast actually we thought it was going to go up to about 57.8. Then it pulled back down to 57.2. So not as good of a number, but again, it was just a slight drop. Again, for both indexes, nothing too wild, but this but something that definitely want to keep an eye on here. We got the construction spending for the month of February. So back in January, we had a pullback. It fell 0.4%. But for February, we thought, or at least the forecasts were showing 1%. So it did go up to 0.8%. So pretty much right in line, pretty close to where the forecast was, which is obviously good news here. So let's take a look here at the headline news. Stock market's down quite a bit, actually. The Dow is down at this point in this morning is about down 100 so far this morning. So whether it maintains that or not is going to be hard to say here. They're kind of at this juncture where the Wall Street Journal basically said over the weekend that there will probably be 2 more rate hikes by the Fed and then pause for the rest of the year. But they're also kind of considering that a lot of things at play with the policies that Trump wants to put out, tax reform, infrastructure spending, to again with the healthcare and different aspects that could come in here that could stimulate the economy, but yet we're having a little pullback as we're seeing with the healthcare bill here. So a lot of it is going to depend on how the economy is going to be moving forward. This week we will get jobs reports, which will be a big, probably the big one to watch for this week. And then later in the month, probably about another 2 weeks, we'll start seeing the corporate returns for the first quarter, and that will give us a better gauge as to how the first quarter was wrapped up with on the corporate results here. So those are some things we'll be watching for this month here going forward and such. So let's go take a look at the bond market. And today we did get a spring forward. So as we were talking about this 10-day moving average and the 100-day moving average, at one point it's going to move it to one direction or the other, and today happened to be moving upwards. Now we are going to get a little help from the Fed. They're going to be purchasing about 1.275, I think it was, $billion worth of mortgage-backed securities, which will help sustain this growth today. But again, be very cautious here. Every time we've reached in this level, the high 102s, or even one time even as close as 103, we got knocked down. This last time was way down here, which was pretty much the lows we saw just after the election in December. So just be very cautious of upping this level. You may want to kind of consider putting your finger on the trigger, so to speak, on if you're refinancing or if you're purchasing a home and you want to lock in, might want to take advantage of these current levels where we're at before, because when it changes, it happens pretty quickly. It could quickly drop. So again, that long term, I think that's where we're going to go. Short term, we have a little reprieve here where we're getting a little help today, perhaps this week. But again, just be very cautious at these levels right here. All right, so today interest rates were up about 20 basis points, so that helps interest rates. Interest rates are better today, pricing today. All right, so anyways, that kind of concludes it. But if you guys want to get more updates, just come on over to Twitter. You can find me underneath Mike Bjork on Twitter. I do post updates throughout the day on Twitter, and then you can see if the market changes or not after we do these recordings in the morning. All right, folks, if you guys are looking to refinance or looking to purchase, I do mortgages, so I'd be more than happy to assist you with your mortgage needs. All right, just feel free to contact me, show me an email, and I'll be more than happy to help you guys out. You guys have a great day. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.